Welcome to Lesson 1B, Ideal Gas Equation. In this lesson, we'll review the ideal gas equation and the difference between universal ideal gas constant and specific ideal gas constant. I'll also show you an alternate form of the ideal gas equation. First, let's discuss moles, molecular weight, and the ideal gas equation. By the way, ideal gas is sometimes called perfect gas, but I'll stick with ideal gas. In this lesson series, we will consider only ideal gases. First, let's review molecular weight, capital M. Again, in my notation, curly brackets means the dimensions of. So the dimensions of molecular weight are mass per amount of matter, where amount of matter is designated by the symbol capital N, and I use square brackets to indicate units. The units of molecular weight are typically either gram per mole or kilogram per kilomole. We'll use lowercase n as the number of moles. The units of n are mole. Professor, I'm confused why mole sometimes has an E, M-O-L-E, and sometimes it doesn't, M-O-L. Can you explain that to us? Good question, Dud. That's often a source of confusion. Mole with an E is the name of the unit. Mole without the E is the unit itself, just like meters is the name of the unit, and M is the unit itself. Thanks, Professor. You're welcome, Dud. It turns out that mass M is equal to N times capital M. This is the mass, and I use a lowercase m instead of an uppercase M for mass. Note that 1 mole is 6.0225 times 10 to the 23 molecules. It's a measure of how many molecules there are. This number, by the way, is Avogadro's number. In this course, we'll almost always deal with air, but we will deal with other gases later. For air, the molecular weight to 4 digits is 28.97 grams of air per mole of air. But we usually don't write of air all the time. It's just 28.97 gram per mole, or 28.97 kilogram per kilomole. Use whichever of these is most convenient with your other units. Now let's write the ideal gas law. It's PV equal M RT, or PV equal N RUT. These are both common expressions of the ideal gas law. Where P is pressure, I'll use a capital P, but some textbooks use a lowercase p. And T is temperature, and I caution that both P and T must be absolute values. You never use a gauge pressure in these equations, and you never use degrees C in these equations. You must use Kelvin. What's the difference between these two R's, these two gas constants? Well, R sub U is the universal gas constant. RU is given as 8.314 joule per mole K. And you could also use kilojoule and kilomole if you prefer. This constant is universal for any ideal gas. On the other hand, R by itself is the specific gas constant, valid for a specific ideal gas. The equation for R is RU divided by M, where M is the molecular weight. The units of R will be the units of RU over M, and I'll express these in terms of kilojoules rather than joules. So from here, the units of RU are kilojoule per kilomole K, and then we know that M has units of kilogram per kilomole, and kilomoles cancel out, so R has units of kilojoule per kilogram K. Note that the units of RU and R are different because of their relationship. To make it even more confusing, mole is also the name for a skin condition. One day I woke up with a strange-looking mole on my hand. As I said, we'll usually use air for most of our analysis. So for air, we can calculate the specific gas constant, R air, as RU over the molecular weight of air, plugging in RU and its units, and the molecular weight of air and its units. We get 0.2870 to 4 digits, kilojoule per kilogram K. This is what we'll use in all our analyses for R air. Or if it's more convenient, this is the same as 287.0 joule per kilogram K. Now let's look at some alternate forms of the ideal gas equation. We start with PV equal m RT, but we know that m is n times m, and we know that R is RU over m. These m's thus cancel, and we get this alternate form of the ideal gas law, PV equal N RUT, which agrees with what I had written above when I introduced the ideal gas equation. To get a different form, let's start with the same equation, PV equal MRT, but divide both sides by m, and recognize from a previous lesson that specific volume V is V over m, or 1 over rho, where rho is the density. So our equation becomes P over rho equal RT, or P equal rho RT. I'll put lots of stars around this one, because this is the form that's most useful in fluid mechanics. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. 1, 2, 3. That's all there is to it.